Begin to show.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Golden Boy, and today we're going to be going over my 309 Light Titan. We're going to be going over the weapons I use, down to my ghost shell, my artifact, and my armor. First off, I'm going to start with the Smite of Moraine. The Smite of Moraine is my personal favorite out of the raid. It also helps that it's 310. But moving on to my fusion rifle, the Midas Reckoning. The fusion rifle's okay. I mostly just use it for the void. My favorite at the moment is the Silence of Arn. Silence of Arn is the shotgun that you acquire from the raid. I put my black spindle into the Silence of Arn to make it 310. Definitely thought it was worth it. Really stuns the ogres at the end of the raid when you're fighting Oryx. If you want to get up close and personal, definitely use the Silence of Arn. Moving on to my heavy, I'm rocking the Dark Drinker. The Dark Drinker is my favorite exotic sword at the moment, even though the fire one hits the hardest. The Dark Drinker looks the best, and the whole area of damage that you can get is really, really good. Moving on to the Kingslayer shell, just self-explanatory. The ghost shell from the raid, 310, was lucky enough to pick that up. Moving on to my armor, I'm rocking the Dark Blade Helm, 305. I ended up infusing an extra helmet I got from the raid into the Dark Blade Helm, just because I think it looks badass. I'd much rather have the raid helmet for the Titan, but I did not get that raid helmet this week. Maybe next week, guys. But right now, we're going to be rocking the Dark Blade Helm. Moving on to my gauntlets for the Titan, the War Newman's Fists. We actually did not get these at a 310 drop. We got it around 305, but I had an extra exotic laying around, so I actually infused them into my gauntlets to make them 310. Next up, we have the Crest of Alpha Lupi for the Titan. The exotic chest piece. This is definitely my favorite exotic for the Titan so far. I really love that you're able to be revived and you can revive faster. I feel like that's really key when you're in the Court of Oryx in the raid. Those definitely work very well for the Titan. I also ended up getting this to drop from Oryx himself at the end of the chest. I used my 20 shards and ended up picking myself up this 310 Crest of Alpha Lupi. So I was very, very lucky. Moving on to my leg armor, we have the War Newman's Boots. Ended up getting these around 304 at first, and then I ended up getting a drop yesterday, which was 309. These are definitely going to be one of the hardest to get 310 for, because I don't see any exotic boots dropping to infuse them with, but who knows, maybe next week we'll get 310. Moving on to my class item, we have the War Newman's Mark. Pretty self-explanatory. Ended up picking this up from the Oryx raid, 306. Not really much else to detail here. Moving on to my relic, we have the Suit Pearl. You end up getting this from an Eris Morn quest after you beat Oryx, I believe, one time, and then you go back to the tower, you pick up a quest from Ares, and she gives you another quest on killing the 3 main raid bosses. Once you turn this in, you'll end up getting the Suit Pearl. Moving on to my armor shader, I have the Surf Breaker, but I think I'm going to switch to Vena Cava, just because it's a really neat one. It's the one you end up getting for beating the raid and turning in the Eris Morn quest. One of my favorite shaders for sure. Moving on to my emblem, we have the Pitless Bargain. You end up getting the Pitless Bargain from obtaining the Touch of Malice, and there's a huge series of quests you have to do to end up getting the Touch of Malice. But moving on to my Sparrow, pretty decent Sparrow, self-explanatory, random. Moving on to my ship, we have the Hilden Seeker, old from the House of Wolves. But yeah, guys, that's my Titan as of so far. Hopefully we can get some more armor next week. Hopefully be 310 next week, you never know. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.